Hello. Welcome to Little Willy update number, I don't know what number it is. I'll put the number here because I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'll look at the other updates and then I will know. Okay, so where are we? We finished the short, I said that. We are submitting to festivals, I said that. We just released a new clip. It's from the Nightmare Scene. Oh my gosh, my cat is going crazy. And you can go to littlewillyfilm.com and buy a poster that's based on that Nightmare Scene, and it will go towards submitting the film to other festivals. Because as I've said, submitting to film festivals is like $90 a pop, and it gets pretty crazy. So here's what I thought would be cool to do in this update. I thought it would be cool to talk about the writing of the Little Willy feature, because I just finished a draft that I'm happy with. That's what all of this is. This isn't the feature. These are all notes that I keep to myself as I'm writing. I think a lot of writers are constantly filling up their little notes app on their phone. They get an idea while they're at the grocery store, or putting it in the notes on my laptop. Maybe I'm writing a scene, but I have an idea for a later scene. So I have like 30 pages of kind of running notes that are happening throughout the process of writing. And I thought it'd be interesting to use these little notes to deconstruct, break down, talk about the feature and the process of writing the feature a little bit. Some of these things are things you write down and you feel so certain are important, and then you read them on a day like today and they aren't even in the script. But when you have that idea and you write it down, you're like, this is it. I cracked the code of brilliance. Then you never even include it in the script. So let's see. Let me pick one out. It's also funny when a character has been renamed, but you look at old notes. He does kill her because does he kill? Does he kill Samantha because she discovers the bodies? That's a question in one of my notes. Well, there is not a character named Samantha anymore, and she definitely doesn't discover bodies. But it's funny. I think there's nothing to say about that. Was a bad one to start with because that element's not in the script anymore. Let me see if I can find something more interesting. Flight attendant in bed. Producer no face. Okay, that's a good one. Flight attendant in bed. Producer no face. Okay. This is good because it relates to the clip I just uploaded from the short. Here's how some things change from taking something from a short to a feature. In the short, in the nightmare sequence, Adrian pops up in the bed and taunts Adam, and Zach Galligan sits in a chair nearby, making this kind of weird turbulent motion with his hand. It doesn't quite make sense as a clip, but it's because earlier in the short, Zach talks about how his flight was turbulent getting into the horror convention. Adrian is quoting to Adam, "Is this what Bradley Carruthers looks like, all grown up?" That's a line that someone else in the short has said to him earlier. So, in the feature, the characters of Adrian and Zach are still there, but they take up different space because in a feature there are more characters. There's more of an ensemble. So, in adding more characters, maybe the function of Adrian and Zach shifts, and he doesn't need to be taunted by those characters in the nightmare. In the feature, who he's taunted by is a flight attendant, because the film opens with Adam flying to the horror convention and experiencing turbulence and asking the flight attendant for more alcohol so that he can get drunk enough to withstand the turbulence. And this scene is to set up the idea that Adam's emotional reality has to be everyone's emotional reality. Or if it isn't, they will be punished. So, because he's experiencing panic and anxiety, he wants the flight attendant to break the rules. He wants to get more alcohol in his system. He wants everybody to bend and recontextualize their environment to match his. He's even calling out certain people on the plane. That guy's not as upset as me. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't need the alcohol. Look, she's chilling over there. I need alcohol, and if I don't get it, I'm going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. The flight attendant says, "Is that a threat? Like, are you threatening to freak out at me?" And he said, "It's not a threat. It's just reality." Well, it's his emotional reality. It's not reality. And that scene sets that up. That whatever Adam's emotional reality is, he needs other people in his environment to bend to match his will, get on board, or, they can fuck off. So, the flight attendant is who appears in his nightmare, because she sits up in bed and says, buckle in, we may be experiencing some turbulence. And also in the feature, what sets Adam off is, and I've mentioned this before on these updates, is the idea that they're remaking Little Willy without him. So there is kind of, all of a sudden, there's something for him to hang his feelings of unworthiness on, rejection on, and he hangs it on the producers of that film. And one of which is, he is kind of a shitbag, this producer dude, but also, why would he include Adam in the remake when Adam is a drunken mess? So once again, it's Adam saying, oh, you don't want me in your film? Oh yeah, because you're a piece of shit and you hate me, and everybody hates me, and I've been rejected my whole life, and I'm this and I'm that, and then spiral, until he's a fucking maniac. Whereas Leland, the producer, has every reason to not include Adam. Okay? He is unreliable, probably uninsurable. So it's the producer that appears in the nightmare sequence and taunts Adam. Oh, producer no face? He has no face because it's a horror film. And I didn't want him to have a face in the nightmare scene. Okay, let's pick out another one. Gotta have Ava notice Sam's purse. Little girl staring at him with a lollipop. That doesn't make any sense. I hope you have Adam. I can't keep the purse. I thought you were. Oh yeah, this is good. This is, sometimes you'll just get a line of dialogue and you write it down. I love you, Adam, but I can't keep chasing the person I thought you were. Or I may have changed that to, I can't keep chasing the person I wanted you to be. Here's another big change in the feature. Adam's at the horror convention, and he's losing his mind because he hates his life and what he's done with it, and he wants to blame everybody around him for it. And an ex-girlfriend of his comes to the convention. And her name is Sunday, and she is also a former child star. She was kind of a Punky Brewster type, so she was arguably much bigger than Adam, known for much more than Adam was known for as a kid. And she's there to try to get him out of the environment because she knows he's in trouble mentally. She knows that he's emotionally on the verge of a breakdown. And although they're not together anymore, and although she's learned her lesson more than once that Adam is toxic and that he needs to be distanced from, she can't help it. She's a bleeding heart, and she has so much sympathy for him, she goes to the horror convention to try to kind of extract him from the environment because she knows he's going to be there getting drunk with fans, going further over the edge. So they have a confrontation where she basically says, leave now, come with me, and get out of this unhealthy environment before it's too late for you. And she says something like, I love you, but I can't keep chasing the person I thought. Because her journey is, when is she gonna give up on him? And for her own health and safety, she needs to give up on him. But he's so manipulative. He just makes people feel like without them, he'll be gone. He'll be dead, and it's everyone else's fault. He's a manipulative bastard. All right, let's pick another one out. Smog check. That's just that's some life notes that got mixed into my feature notes. Got to get a smog check on my car. Psychology of horror with drawing around it. Oh, ghost of... Oh, can't say that out loud.